What's up, Brady?
What's up?
Hey, man, what is it about the last 5 minutes? That last 5 minutes was not anything like the first. What happened in the last 5 minutes for y'all to be clicked?
Um, I don't know if I have the right answer for that question. I just know that, our offense understood the situation. Um, we didn't flinch at all, and we knew we had to play fast, and so we were going to call our plays. Trust in the O line, trust in myself, trust in our tight ends, running backs, receivers to just go execute our offense and make the plays that are necessary. And it looked really damn good, I'll tell you that. So it was nice to see that, and for us to be able to finish the game, and then for the defense to go out there and get a 3-and-out or 4-and-out real quick and get the best formation in football out there to end it off.
Evan?
Brady, after another comeback like this, does it concern you more that you guys have to keep overcoming these slow starts, or does it make you more appreciative of how resilient this team is and finding ways to still get it done?
Obviously I'm going to be Mr. Neutral on that. I think it's both. I think because it's not ideal, right? No one wants it to be that dang close and that exciting, but put out there is what we put out there, and we won. So that's the positive. And like you said, it was a resilient win. It was a hell of an effort by our entire program, our entire team. And that's football. You got to be able to, whether you win or lose, close game, blowout, you got to be able to extract the positives and build on them, and then learn from, the not so good things and fix them, or, get it to where it's in a better place. And so chalk up a W and roll into the next week.
Raven?
Kind of take us back to that final drive, offensive drive of the game. What were you telling your team in the huddle before you guys got that eventual game-winning touchdown?
Yeah, so I mainly was talking to them on the sideline, just, encouraging them, reinforcing the fact that we're going to go get this done, and, understanding what the situation might look like. Receivers, running backs, tight ends, be ready for the ball to come your way. O-line, let's keep fighting. Let's max out. And then once we got into the huddle, I really just was making sure everyone was clear on the situation. So explaining time on the clock, how many timeouts we had, what we need. And then, that's kind of, we do it every week. I told them it's just like a Wednesday practice, which is when we do 2-minute drills. And we went out there and executed at a very high level. So that was really encouraging and good to see.
Jeff? I think you're on mute, Jeff.
Yeah, someone's muted.
Right there. You are now the all-time winningest quarterback at Memphis. I don't know if the number means anything to you, but does being a winner ultimately, is that what means something to you particularly? What does that mean?
Absolutely. I think the way you phrase that question hits it spot on. It's great, to have the highest number in program history, but the number isn't what matters. The winning is what matters, and that's what I'm all about. That's what this team's all about, and I'm glad we got it done, because it's not me. My name gets the credit, and that's awesome. But like I've said before, man, I mean, if only you guys knew half of how much goes into a win, and how many people are involved, not just on this football team, but in our program and our staff, not just coaches, everyone else. So I think, that is for everyone, not just me.
Last week you said this was not going to happen again, that Cincinnati loss. It looked like for a while it was happening again.
But it didn't.
It didn't. Won. I know. Do you take response? I mean, is that those last two drives, it was a fairly critical moment. I mean, do you take that upon yourself or how do you treat that?
I think everyone kind of looks within themselves and understands, what they need to do and what's required of them. And as the quarterback, I just want to make sure that I'm level-headed, that I'm keeping the rest of our unit level-headed, and that I just point out kind of the facts of the matter. I'm not super like overly positive or rah-rah on the sideline. I'm just letting guys know, like, hey, we've been here before. We're about to go do this. This is going to happen. Here's the situation, and we're going to go make plays. And it's kind of just pointing out like the neutral facts. It's not overly positive, and it's obviously not going to be negative. And so I think everyone kind of takes it upon themselves to take it to a higher level. And I would like for it to start quicker so that we're not making ourselves do what we did. But at the end of the day, we got it done. Offense, defense, special teams, and Tigers are victorious.
Steven?
Brady, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Obviously, we see that this offense knows how to finish, but as one of the leaders of the offense, does it kind of get frustrating for you guys to keep on starting with these slow starts?
Absolutely, man. You're preaching to the preacher almost on that one. And I mean, you guys know. I think everyone knows. Everyone that watched that game, that's in the stadium, that's on this team, understands like that's not good and that can't happen. And so, that's what underlines that is the $1 million piece, figuring that out, making sure it doesn't happen. And, you're going to get different looks from a team because you're going to get teams best foot forward. And so, I'm only one person and I haven't watched the film, so I don't have all the perspectives. I can't tell you everything. I just know it's come on, like we got to go. I think when we play fast, kind of like in those 2-minute drills, I think that helps us because we're kind of pushing the tempo. We're getting a defense back on their heels, and that only elevates our offense because we're rolling, we can execute. So I think we can do a little bit more of that, but we're gonna go chop this film up, and I'm not gonna give you the same bullcrap answer. I know you guys hate that, so it's understood.
Terry?
Hey Brady, I know you take what the defense gives you, and I know most defenses try to take away number 4 from you. What did you see that allowed you to get Taj on the back shoulder on a regular basis, or get Dykes in the middle, or get Kevin going down? And also, how did you manage to overthrow Kevin, man?
Baby. No, so I'm taking what the defense gives me. Earlier in the game, they were giving us different stuff, and it wasn't that what they were doing was causing us not to execute, but we were just a little, sometimes windows are blocked and a ball is going to be in a tougher spot, and I've got to either try to make it an easier catch or I need a little bit of help right there. I did, overthrow Cal by a smidge. I missed Taj on the corner, kind of in our tight zone. But towards the end, when they were really kind of trying to drop guys out, I'm just taking what the defense gives me, finding these windows, understanding, that I'm not going to force the ball, but if I trust what I see and I know I can make that throw, I'm going to make it. And then you saw kind of on those final drives, checking the ball down to the running back, letting him go get it. I was glad I used my legs on one to get a big gain, and that's what it is about playing quarterback. It's just trusting your guys, giving them plenty of opportunity, but knowing when it's a little dicey and when it's a good situation and a good matchup to let it rip. And so I'm glad that we trended upward throughout the game, and I was super proud of our skill positions, including tight ends and running backs, on making plays down the stretch.
We'll take two more for Brady, starting with Devin.
Brady, you guys have set a school record winning 13 straight games at the crib here at Liberty Bowl, at Liberty Bowl Stadium. What makes it so hard for teams when they come in this place, man?
Man, this is the M, baby. This place is special. It's different. Even amongst the COVID year, you just get in that Liberty Bowl, and there's a lot of pride, man. We have a lot of pride, and I think anyone that lives in this city, that cares about this city, this program, knows that. People that won't, or people that are new, they don't get it until a couple years. And I've been very fortunate to be here for the last 3, and I absolutely love this place. And so it's different, man. And it's kind of like when someone asks you to describe Memphis, you don't have a really great answer. A lot of people say Memphis is Memphis. Well, that's how I kind of feel about this Liberty Bowl. Like, it is what it is, and you really don't know what you're walking into, and then the boys in blue come to play.
Last question, Evan.
Right, in the fourth quarter, obviously USF was getting pressure most of the game, but did you notice anything different from how they were bringing pressure at all in that final quarter?
Yeah, so I don't want to necessarily say they were bringing a bunch of pressure. That's what's kind of tough to the naked eye, people that aren't, deep involved in our team and offense. Sometimes when you drop a lot of guys, it's coverage stuff. So I remember last week, there was a couple coverage sacks. They're guarding it, they're defending it, stuff's not open. And for an O-line to block for, 7, like, that's tough. So I didn't feel like they pressured us a ton where it gave us issues. I just think kind of like the whole story of the game, as the game progressed, we settled in. We were really finding guys downfield. I'm getting the ball out of my hand. I'm finding guys in their windows, hitting people, taking what the defense gives me, using my legs in some situations, and that only aids the O-line. So I think USF did a good job at doing some different things to neutralize us a little bit, but then we came out firing in that second half, and obviously in that fourth quarter.
One more thing, you talked about your mobility. What do you feel about your mobility now that's different than maybe the previous 2 years?
I think my dedication to my craft, my competitiveness, this off season, I work my ass off every off season, but this one, even amongst a funky year, was probably the most I've ever done and the hardest I've worked, and it was in all areas. It wasn't just football and film. It was, lifting and eating habits and whatnot. And I think that's all, helped me to move better, feel better, play, a little bit more dynamically. And I feel like I've always been decently athletic. It's just a matter of when I'm going to show it and utilizing it when it's right. So I was glad that I can help my team win in that fashion.
Thank you, Brady.
Thanks, guys.